As I embarked on my late-night drive home, the moon hung high in the sky, casting an eerie glow on the desolate road ahead. The weight of exhaustion pressed upon me, causing my eyelids to droop and my mind to wander. Nevertheless, I was determined to reach the comfort of my own bed. The road stretched out endlessly before me, winding its way through dense forests and empty fields. The silence was deafening, broken only by the faint hum of my car's engine. It was the kind of silence that made my thoughts amplify, and I found myself lost in contemplation. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a dense fog began to creep across the road. It curled and swirled, obscuring my vision and reducing the world around me to a hazy blur. My heart quickened its pace, sensing something was amiss. The fog grew thicker and more suffocating, engulfing my car entirely. Straining to see, I slowed down to a crawl, trying to make out any signs of life. The road ahead seemed to disappear into an abyss, and panic started to set in. My mind raced with thoughts of turning back, but a stubborn determination held me in place. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was no going back. The only way was forward. With trembling hands, I reached for the dial on my dashboard, adjusting the headlights to their highest setting. The beams pierced through the fog, illuminating fleeting glimpses of the surrounding landscape. It was then that I caught sight of something chilling, an abandoned house, hidden amongst the trees. A shiver ran down my spine as I instinctively pulled over, curiosity overpowering my fear. Exiting the safety of my vehicle, I cautiously approached the dilapidated structure. The air was heavy with a sense of foreboding, and the creaking of the old wooden boards beneath my feet intensified my unease. As I stepped inside, the silence outside was replaced by an eerie symphony of creaks and groans. The air grew stale, carrying the scent of decay and neglect. Dust particles danced in the beam of my flashlight, revealing fragments of the past, forgotten photographs, torn letters, and shattered furniture. An overwhelming sense of dread washed over me, as if I had stumbled into a realm where time had frozen, preserving the remnants of forgotten lives. Every nerve in my body screamed for me to leave, but my curiosity held me captive. Then, from the depths of the house, came a sound, a faint, distant whisper that seemed to echo through the corridors. My heart raced, and the once persistent exhaustion was replaced by adrenaline. I followed the whispers, my steps faltering as they grew louder and more distinct. With each step, the whispers transformed into anguished cries, filling the house with a cacophony of torment. Shadows danced along the walls, distorting and contorting as if mocking my presence. Dread clung to my skin, and I knew I had stumbled upon something beyond my comprehension. Frantically searching for an exit, I found myself trapped in a labyrinth of narrow hallways and locked doors. Panic took hold as I realized the house was playing with me, toying with my fear and confusion. Time lost all meaning, and my senses grew disoriented. In a final, desperate attempt, I kicked open a door, only to find myself staring into the abyss of a pitch-black room. Something lurked within, its presence palpable and suffocating. Before I could react, a bone-chilling gust of wind extinguished my flashlight, plunging me into absolute darkness. My screams mingled with the agonized wails of the house, reverberating through its walls. Fear consumed me, paralyzing my every instinct. I was trapped in a nightmare of my own making, surrounded by a malevolent force that reveled in my torment. As the night wore on, the house's grip on me tightened, draining my strength and resolve. I became a mere puppet in its sinister game, lost in an otherworldly realm. It was a late-night drive home gone horribly wrong, a journey into the depths of terror from which I may never escape.